Welcome, brave scholars, to the realm of Hendrix. I'm your host, and today we're unrolling the ancient scrolls of the 2025-26 syllabus. Think of this explainer not just as a list of rules, but as your essential survival map through a treacherous yet incredibly rewarding kingdom. We've got epic trials ahead, we're going to build an unbreakable fellowship, and yes, we will learn how to resist the temptations of dark magic. So, let's get you equipped for the journey.
Here is the map for our journey today. First, entering the realm. Second, laws of the fellowship. Third, resisting the dark magic. Fourth, navigating the realm. And finally, the sacred texts. Let's jump right in.
Section 1. Entering the realm, preparing for the quest.
Alright, so your daily survival actually requires a really strict pre-battle sequence. First up, you've got to cross the threshold quietly. Seriously, no battle cries needed here. Next, stash those heavy packs and bags on the left side of the room right by the bookcase before you even think about approaching your desk. Then, equip your essential gear, your notebook, your pencil, and your Chromebook. And finally, settle into your assigned seat and hold your ground. There is absolutely no wandering the realm without permission.
Now this brings us to the Focus and Presence Protocol, which strictly requires you to banish all cloaks of concealment. In everyday terms, that means hoodies stay down at all times. Wearing a hood to hide your earbuds is a direct violation of the law of the land. Speaking of which, cell phones and earbuds, those magical little devices of endless distraction, must be completely banished to your stowed book bag. We need your absolute undivided focus on the quest. No phones on desks, no phones in pockets, period.
Section 2. Laws of the Fellowship, Group Work and Respect.
In the heat of academic debate, our fellowship operates under one absolute law. Strike at the theory, never the person. This is the Civil Discourse Protocol. You've got to keep your hands and feet to yourself and keep things respectful. When you're tackling different points of view, target the concept with factual evidence. You must remain kind, courteous, and polite to the scholar presenting it, actively listening without interrupting them.
And when you're in those groups and an ally or your guide is speaking, you must execute the half-mast protocol. Basically, drop your glowing shields, your Chromebook screens to half-mast. Sometimes the guide might even ask you to close the lid completely. Why? It ensures you aren't distracted by side quests or off-task browsing, so you can truly listen to your allies. It's all about making sure no single student is left carrying the heavy burden of a group assignment all by themselves. Everyone participates, everyone takes ownership.
Section 3. Resisting the Dark Magic, Academic Integrity.
You see, there are two paths before you. The path of light is tough, but man, is it rewarding. It demands authentic effort, doing your fair share, always citing your sources, and only visiting teacher-approved sites. Then, there's the dark path. This is the corrupting shortcut of unauthorized AI tools. Taking credit for work that isn't yours, whether you stole it from a classmate or summoned it from a digital generator, completely violates our core academic integrity. It's an illusion that promises an easy victory, but ultimately, it just steals your true power. So, why do we ban these dark shortcuts? Well, as an ancient proverb of the realm reminds us, mistakes are proof that you are trying. Mistakes aren't failures, guys. They're the essential armor you forge on your path to a true growth mindset. If you use AI to bypass the struggle, you're literally bypassing the learning. You need to feel free to answer questions, make errors, and actually learn from them in a safe environment.
But it's vital, we ask. What terrible fate befalls those who grate the fellowship? What happens if you yield to temptation, cheat on your trials, or stray into the dark arts of cyberbullying or sending inappropriate messages? Well, the realm is just, but it is very firm.
The Hendrix Quick Reference Matrix makes it clear. The consequences for breaking the testing silence, using unapproved websites, or stealing another's work are swift and severe. During a trial, or, a quiz, you have to keep your eyes on your own paper and remain utterly silent. Any talking is cheating. Yielding to these violations results in an immediate zero, the loss of your tech privileges, and further disciplinary banishment. It's just not worth it.
Section 4. Navigating the realm, movement, labs, and drills. The laws of movement here are incredibly strict. Once you finish your arrival sequence and settle into your chair, you are locked in. You must raise your hand and get your guide's explicit permission before wandering from your seat or speaking out of turn. Otherwise, you trigger chaos in the realm. And even when you're moving through the halls to lunch or your next class, you've got to walk in a straight, silent line on the right side of the hallway.
Also, be aware that certain territories are strictly off-limits. The guide's desk and the volatile alchemy lab countertops? Completely restricted. You must never go behind the teacher's desk and absolutely never touch the lab cabinets, drawers, or anything on the counters without a direct summons. The classroom is a laboratory, which means absolutely no eating, no drinking, and no chewing gum while in the realm.
Now, should the realm come under an actual physical threat, your survival completely depends on executing some precise protocols. During a fire drill, immediately push your chairs in, form a silent single-file line, turn left out of the room, and head to the grass field while sticking with your fellowship. If a lockdown is announced, move the counters along the door side, turn the lights out, sit on the floor quietly and out of sight, block the door window, and absolutely stay off all electronic devices. Ignore all fire alarms unless your guide says otherwise, and just wait for law enforcement to release the room.
Section 5. The Sacred Texts, Turning in Work and Substitutes. There is an absolute, unforgiving law when it comes to your scrolls, your assignments. If a scroll is turned into the class bin without your signature, your name, it is instantly cursed with an automatic 5-point penalty before it's even graded. Or worse, it might be cast directly into the abyss of the trash can. You've got to claim ownership of your hard work. Oh, and it's entirely your responsibility to ask for and make up any missing work in a timely manner if you happen to be absent.
And what happens when your regular guide, Mr. Hendrix, is called away? You must show absolute reverence to the substitute teacher, the temporary steward of the realm. Their word is law. You will sit in your assigned seats, you will complete the assigned work for an actual grade, and there is no talking unless specific group work is assigned. Do not test the steward. Any disrespectful scholar whose name is left behind is going to face some severe consequences when Mr. Hendrix returns.
Remember, brave scholars, true heroes practice self-advocacy. If you're struggling with a concept or you just don't understand the instructions, don't turn to the dark magic of unauthorized tools, and don't distract your peers. Instead, raise your hand. Ask the guide for aid. Check the digital portal for guidance. If you know you need extra help to avoid a late penalty, communicate with your teacher before the deadline strikes. Taking responsibility for your own actions is the true foundation of this fellowship.
The map is drawn, the ancient laws are set, and the dangers of the journey are known to you. You know how to enter the room, how to respect your fellowship, and how to defend your integrity against shortcuts. So, the only question remaining is this: will you answer the call, protect the fellowship, and uphold the honor of the Hendrix realm this year? Are you ready to embark on this epic quest and claim your victory? Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and may your academic journey be triumphant.